Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We see that there's a really good concurrence here to this event. I appreciate you standing online. And it's 11:02. We're going to get started. Just some quick instructions as to how the training is going to occur. Currently, everybody is on mute. And if you have any question throughout the process, please feel free to use the chat function on WebEx or the Q&A options as well. We are currently connected. We're sharing the screen that I have currently in my computer, and we're going to get started. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Milver Valenzuela. I am the IT lead for the EGOS team, and it's my pleasure to share with you the new version that we have for the GSS module, specifically what it is, how it works, and the different aspects in which you're going to be engaged on this module. What you currently have on your view is the legacy view of EGOS. This is how the screen looks for customers, contracting officers, purchasing officials. And what I'm going to show you is first how the system looks for the customer. We're going to go briefly explain what are the different aspects and steps towards making an order in the new GSS module. And we're going to continue with a more in-depth view as to what are the next steps as to how you respond to that order and the type of information that you receive and that you can control within your own portals. So to begin with, this is how the dashboard looks for the customer. We have a NITAAC GSS button that currently points to the old version of the GSS module. It's a catalog that looks like an accordion style of different products. And all that it does is just shows prices, products, and then the customer has to follow a manual procedure to get your attention and to order different products. But with the new system, which is going to be expected to be released by the end of this week, the customer is going to click on this button and a new tab is going to open on the side that is going to show the GSS catalog. The GSS catalog contains all of the OMB and non-OMB compliant type products associated solely to GSS. So these pertain only to the GSS contract holder providers that have submitted products under Category 1 or Category 2 under GSS version 2 and version 3. This view is going to allow the customers to explore and to identify all the different variety of products that they have. As I showed in the contract holder meeting, they have different types of tools to nail down the specific product of interest that they have. They have, for example, filters that allow to filter types like laptops, desktops, tablets. They have a specific OS information, processor information, so it's going to be much easier for them to reach the specific product that they want. Alternatively, they can always look for products or brand names. Like, for example, if I say I want the Dell Optiplex, it filters automatically using that omnibar, and the customer can look at the different offerings. There are ways in which the customer can compare the different products and decide what is the product that they want. Once they choose a specific product, they can go to the View Product, look for the different add-ons or specific additional specifications for that product, and they are going to be able to order, add to cart this specific product. Once they click add to cart on that product, they can go continue shopping to add any other products that they're interested in or go straight to the cart. Once they are in the cart, they can check out the cart. And hold on a second, there's a question regarding access. Let me check it out, make sure that you all have access to the information. I want to double check and make sure that everybody is listening to this training. I got a private message from one contract holder that mentions that she can't hear anything and that she used the call-in toll number that starts with 650. If you wouldn't mind, if you can listen to this training, would you mind placing a message in the chat? I want to make sure that everybody is able to listen to these explanations. Thank you so much for the responses. The great majority of people is able to listen using the 650 number that was sent. If you get a busy number, try again with the number. It may be because there's many people trying to access the training. Otherwise, the alternative is also to use the computer as a listening device. So thank you for the feedback. We're going to continue the presentation. So once the customer has added information to the cart, can save the information for later or review the order. Once they go to the review order, they get identified with different products that they have added to the cart in the previous session or the current session, and they can go to a checkout. On the review orders, the orders are going to be divided into different contract holders, and they can go through the checkout individually for each contract holder so that there's no mix-up of different products across contract holders. In the checkout, they're going to pass through a specific step-by-step process that identifies them either as a purchasing official that has a purchase card and allows them to enter a sort of point of contact information for the individual that is placing the order and different suggested contents. It also allows them to incorporate multiple other POCs that are, for example, contracting specialist, contracting officer representative, and contracting officer, and then they can continue and make the specific order. So what happens after this is that it allows them to enter shipping information, a specific shipping information as to where they want this product to be shipped to, a requested delivery date, and they can choose from different shipping addresses that they have used in the past. They agree to terms and conditions, and then they submit the order to the contract holder, which is you guys. This is a quick overview as to how the customer makes the different orders, and you don't need to remember much about this workflow because what you're going to experience the most is your own workflow, which is the contract holder. So once you've been ordered, once you have been requested an order, there is an email that you're going to receive to the email address on record associated to the specific CIOCS. I'm going to enter more into detail associated to which are the addresses that will receive this type of email. And when you log into EGOS, this is your dashboard, the dashboard that looks for contract holders. You're going to have this NITAAC GSS button that allows you to, once you click, enter a similar view as the customer. So this is what you see is what you get view. What you see here is exactly what the customer sees in your products. And you're going to see different types of products listed in here. There's going to be products that are active, meaning they are visible to the customer online, and there's going to be products that are listed with potentially errors, or products that are currently under review. And just a second, there is questions associated to that. Let me review them. All right, I see that everybody can hear. Perfect. There's several comments on there, and I'll try my best to address any questions or comments that you have in there. So once you have the information here in the view, you won't need to import any of the products that are currently listed in the catalog. We're going to migrate all those products that you currently have in the catalog automatically to the new system. So you won't have to worry about resubmitting on different spreadsheets or trying to contact NITAAC support. The products will automatically appear, the current ones that you have active. So you won't have error products. These will be related to products that you add, new products that you add to the catalog. The way that you do that is by uploading a product. When you upload the product, it gives you the option of uploading it using a GSS spreadsheet similar to the one that you use for GSS version 3, or simply to continue to the form. In this form, you are able to add products. You can add images, up to 5 different images, and you can directly add in the view the different specification types for the model that you're uploading, model and series, and all of the different specifications associated to the product that you want to add. And you can add further additional specifications directly into this view, and furthermore, define a point of contact. This point of contact is the one that is going to be listed in the view for the contract holder and can potentially receive the emails associated to the specific product that was ordered. By default, the system is going to be loaded with the contract holder program manager as point of contact, but you are able to edit this information directly into this view. You can edit information on new products, but also you can edit information into older products. So if we go to the list of products that you have, and you have active products, you can click on the product, and if you go to the right-hand side, those 3 dots on the right-hand corner, you could either delete the product if you feel that the product does not need to be there, or edit the product. And when you edit the product, you enter into editable mode, and you can modify the information associated there so that it can become active. In that way, it allows people to incorporate products on a faster pace than what we used to have. So with new products, the products that are uploaded, if the product exists in the global GSS catalog, so for example, if you have not offered a new product, but there was another contract holder that offered the same product and model, the system will make basic checks and put it into active mode. If this is a brand new product that has not been listed in the catalog, and then it enters into a review mode in which NITAAC team reviews the information associated to that brand new product that is not available in the catalog, and reviews it for accuracy with the standards to make sure that you entered into that information. After that, once the product has been reviewed, it can become active. While it's under review, it will have a tag that looks like this, review. And you're going to be indicated when the product becomes active. there's many different ways in which you could update this information, but there's many different products. You will have access to a filter that allows you to identify the different products that you have quickly and easy. And there's the same omnibar search information associated to that. So that's the view associated to the products. And if you upload also a product that already exists in the catalog and the price varies by more than a certain percentage, the product may be chosen for review. The product as well, if there's mistakes, for example, if you choose to upload a product using a spreadsheet, the system will tell you automatically whether the product has immediate upload or whether there's errors that need to be fixed. And they will show you with the error message associated to that and the specific elements of the product that need to be fixed. So that's the process associated to the products. I'm going to switch gears here to the placed orders. Once the customer had placed an order and you got an email associated to that, you're going to have here a list of all the placed orders from the different customers. And you're going to be able to search by order or to filter that information. You're going to be able to see the order by clicking on the order. And there's a big message here that I want to call your attention. By placing the order, the next step is for you to contact the customer that has placed that order. That information is listed immediately below, and that information, including the different POCs associated to that in case that you need to clarify anything associated to the product or products that they have ordered, and shipping information and requested delivery date. You're going to also see the different products that were ordered, and if there's add-ons, these will become active. And there's two critical hyperlinks here that I want you to pay attention to. The first one is this button that is the Enter Payment Information. Once you have received payment information, let's say that you called the customer purchasing official and that individual shared with you the purchasing card number and that you have received that payment information, you enter here that you have received the payment and introduce payment data. This payment information, by clicking on Add Payment Data, allows you to incorporate the date in which you received the payment, the payment information, the payment amount that you have received for that transaction, and allows you to enter a document, a payment receipt document associated to that. Furthermore, you are able to update any clean information. So, for example, if you, I'm going to hold on right now. It says, can there be multiple order POCs? Yes, there can be multiple order POCs, and that is listed in the interface and can be incorporated as part of messages that are submitted with the order as well. Once you're entering updated award information, there may be instances in which you have incorporated a discount into the price that was ordered. This is where you would update that price. And you submit that information so that the system is aware of that. Alternatively, you also have a second very important button that I want to call your attention to, which is the Fulfill Order. This is very important for you to also fill out once you have sent that package to the customer. You incorporate here the task order number, the date of the obligation, shipping date, tracking number, provider, which provider you used, and estimated delivery date and any other message that you want to add. That information basically fulfills this order and registers into the customer view of EGOS, and they can see that as awarded funded information. And once you fulfill the order, the order will move from placed orders to fulfilled orders on the top. When you go to fulfill orders, you're going to have a list of all the orders that have been fulfilled so far, and you can see the order as well. This order is going to give you all the details associated to the order, and if you have not entered payment information, or you want to update payment information, here is an opportunity for you to do as well. There's all the point of contact information associated to that order, and you can enter all the different information associated to that and any updates to payment information that you have. That will propagate through the ecosystem and allow you to continue fulfilling and satisfying the customers for CIOCS. That's, in a nutshell, the system and the workflows that you have. You'll have access to an account, help information, and I know that there will be different questions associated to this module, and what I would like to emphasize is that please feel free to reach out to NITAAC customer support. We are here to support you on this new release, on this module that we expect is going to be very helpful for customers and contract holders, and we can walk you through processes if you have any question associated to that. One important thing to note as well is that I got a question. It says, when will this go live? We're expecting for this system to go live by the end of this week. Friday, we expect to launch. If there's no issues associated with internal systems, we expect to open this module this Friday so that you can start receiving orders and customers can start receiving that. We're also fulfilling training sessions with customers to make them aware of all the functionality that they have and all the expectations that all the different stakeholders on the system have for the different orders. I'm going to open here now the chat to see if there's any questions that you guys have, either on the chat or frequently asked questions. And I'll go here for a couple minutes, make sure that I satisfy your questions, and also remind you that there's going to be multiple other training sessions. I believe 2 more. I'm sitting here with the NITAAC team. One more contract holder training session that is going to occur, I believe, is next week. Make sure that everybody is has an opportunity to see all this information. The next session will be Thursday, August the 17th from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And as you can see, this is a quick session that anyone can attend. You guys can call anyone in your team and register online to make sure that we have all of you, and it will run fast. The system is, for the most part, self-explanatory, but I want to make sure that we address any questions. And I'm sure there will be more once you start using the system. I have a question here that says, are customers able to search by small business status? In other words, Hudson. That's a request that has been also suggested from multiple customers. We have that planned for subsequent releases of the system. Will NITAAC provide an EGOS GSS training document so we can reference after the webinar? We're in the process of building training material associated to that. We have simple training videos that we have been preparing for customers mainly. We don't have a training document per se for GSS, but we're going to put it together pretty soon. We are also open to doing multiple webinars, so please feel free to reach out to NITAAC customer support, and we're here to answer any question and walk you through processes. Next question says, will this eliminate customers from creating RFQs unless it meets the current RFQ criteria? The RFQ process is untouched. One of the options that the customer has when they are making orders under this GSS module is to either use the purchase card and fulfill all their internal policies, because different agencies have different policies as to what accounts for purchase card limits and different caps. They also have the opportunity or the choice to create RFQs, and the RFQ process would go untouched. It's the same RFQ process in EGOS, and the system will simply point the customer and bring him to their EGOS legacy dashboard where they can order an RFQ. The system, the new GSS system, if they choose to go through that route, will provide them with a document that provides them anonymized specifications in a PDF format that the customer can then upload as a supporting document into the RFQ process so that the GSS contract holders can respond to that, making it easier to process RFQs through the EGOS legacy. Just to communicate, the CIO-CS system will also be modernized, but it's going to take a little bit more time for that too. We'll keep you updated as to dates, as to when will that be, and we look forward to modernize all that section as well. Similarly speaking, with SP3, it will follow CIO-CS, and it will also be modernized. Not for now, we're looking months down the road. Next question. Would it be possible to send some screenshots for the program managers to share with their team for those unable to attend trainings? What I would encourage you is to attend the next training session, which is next week, the 17th. And anyone can sign in from contract holders. We encourage them to attend and to get the screenshots and see it live. Oftentimes, it's easier to see it live than to see screenshots. How does the purchase card work? This is a following question. Does the customer load funds on in advance, acting like a gift card, or does it function more like a credit card? And it functions more like a credit card in which you will take a number from the customer and simply you could fulfill that. And I have here Danielle Harwood as well, who was a purchase card holder and has fulfilled those orders, if you have any subsequent questions associated to that.
Yeah, it's the same process you guys have been following now when customers place GSS orders outside of the system when they're below the micro purchase limit. So they would just send their order electronically to you through the new GSS portal, and then you would pick up the phone and confirm or finalize that order over the phone by taking their credit card information.
Thank you, Danielle. Let me see, there's multiple other questions. I don't think I have any more here in the chat. I have here in the QA, there's a question that says, can you go over how the spreadsheet for GSS items are added? To refresh your memory, you won't need to add any products that are currently active in the GSS. We will migrate those products from the old GSS version to the new one so that you don't have to basically resubmit and go through the process with the spreadsheets. However, if you choose to update the information, you can do it directly into the system using either the view that you have in the products area. You go to the view product and you can edit the information directly. Or if you are planning on adding a brand new product, you add it either through the website itself, as I showed you before, going through the upload new product button, or you could use the same spreadsheet that you had before for GSS version 3 and upload that to the spreadsheet. So here you can download the template. You download the template, you fill out the information if you choose a spreadsheet, and then you can upload that spreadsheet, and then the system will capture that new product. The system, personally, I prefer to use directly the web interface because it allows you to see how the customer would see the product itself. And also, the form in which you enter new products allows you to see immediately whether you have entered information that is required or not, has simpler drop-down boxes, and you could enter the information directly there. But it's your choice. If you feel more comfortable with uploading a GSS version 3 spreadsheet, you could use that spreadsheet. Let me see. There's a related question associated to that. I'll go back to the other questions. When uploading new products, will NITAAC GSS claims be automatically assigned? There will be an assignation of an internal number, but it is expected that you also have an internal number associated to that, which is evident in the spreadsheet. So you still need a number. Vendors can use the vendor claimed ID. The contract holders can do that at any time, and you will use that vendor ID that you have. Let me see. Next question was, do all orders placed via GSS require the use of a purchase card? If so, and if it functions as a credit card, will a catalog need to account for any associated credit card fees? It's a good question, but no, not all orders require the purchase card. The customer has at any point in time the option of using the RFQ process as opposed to using the purchase card option. And I'm not familiar with the credit card fees, and Danielle, can you talk a little bit about the question is whether the purchase card acts as a credit card, and if so, whether there's any fees associated to that.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the government purchase card. It's not something that NITAAC's issuing to customers or anything like that. It's their regular government purchase card, and any applicable fees would still apply.
As any other credit card.
Correct. It's I think right now for NIH at least it's JP Morgan Chase, but I do believe that contract's up for recompete. So whatever JP Morgan's fees are would still apply.
Great. Let me see if there's more questions. There is, let me see, I have here also on the line Jamie Abiriwan-Lupo, who is the CIO-CS CEO. And Jamie, you are unmuted. Please go ahead and...
Hi, I hope everybody can hear me. So I know this is a new process, and I know I've used Soup in this sense as well. And so I could actually, as a customer, place an order with a Soup contract order, and they get back to me via email. But then I would say, oh, never mind, I actually don't need that. So there may be some customers who may hit the button a little too quick and actually not realize what they're doing. So if you do get emails and it turns out not to be a valid requirement, that's what you kind of want to double check with your communication with the customer. And I think Milver has set up something where you can validate whether orders are actually real orders, and maybe we can delete ones that turned out to be not real requirements. So I don't know if you can expand on that.
Thank you, Jamie. These are great comments. And yes, the system at the moment does not have a delete order or delete fulfillment. There are different aspects that we're going to incorporate on future releases, but if there's an order that shouldn't have been placed, what we're going to instruct people, individuals, is to contact customer support, and we will remove that order from the back end until the interface allows them to incorporate that directly from their view. Similarly speaking, if there's any issue associated to information that has been incorporated by mistake, and there's no way to change it, like, for example, filling payment information or orders, please contact us. We can help you out updating information that was done by mistake. What we're doing is the interface will be able to do that in the future. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to do that. Next question. Does each contract holder see only their own catalog and order information? Is one contract holder catalog information visible to other contract holders? No. The catalog acts as your own personal portal in which you see your own products. You're not able to see other contract holder catalog information or products. You can only view, see, modify, edit, add information to your own catalog. It will not be viewable to any other. Let me see. There's another question. Will there be any information for us who do not have CIO/CS? So for SP3 customers, I believe that Jamie could provide more information associated to that, but there wouldn't be any other information for contract holders that are SP3 at the moment. We will certainly share any information that we come across, like, for example, training videos or links, and we will include you in future trainings as well. Right, I'm looking at any other questions. Perfect. Well, at this moment, there was one last question. Says, can you repeat the time for the next training session on August the 17th? It's August the 17th, and let me pull it. It's from August the 17th from 2:30 to 3:30. Please make sure to register directly into the NITAAC website for the session. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we can conclude this session and close the sharing aspect of the WebEx. And if you have any subsequent questions after this, you can always contact NITAAC support and email us. You can always contact the CIO/CS team as well so that we can see. All right, no more questions at the moment. I really appreciate your attendance, and thank you so much for your time here. We will be providing again information about the next session, and I look forward to seeing you next week on the next session in which we can go over the same workflows. Please feel free to disseminate this information across your organizations, and looking forward to supporting you into new GSS orders. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a great day.